Hi, I'm Dr. Deepa Shetty here, and I'm a health coach. We constantly hear this that we need to respond in a situation and not react. We heard about this a lot, and many times we would want to apply it in our life, but we are not able to because we constantly think that that's easier said than done. Now, the way we think influence the way we behave, influence the way we speak, and in turn influence the way we communicate in our relationship. So, it's very important that if you want to have a desired result in your life, or you want to change the way you are being till now, you got to change the way you are thinking, you are putting that into your action, and the way you are interacting with the people or in the or with your surrounding. Now that's something which need to be understood by an example. We all have heard about this cockroach theory, which in which a waiter was serving something in a restaurant to a group of ladies, and she saw a cockroach on his shoulder, and he started yelling, oh my god, what is this, I'm not so, get that cockroach off and all that created so much of chaos around the table of group of ladies that everything out there became chaos. So that is what happens when we react out of our fear or out of any emotions out there. On the other hand, the waiter out there did not move. He stood there calmly, and then he saw that the cockroach was getting down and going in thin air somewhere. You know, that's what happens in life too. When you are gathered with a lot of things out there and you're facing a very chaotic situation in your life which is making you react to the whole situation, that only create the energy around any which ways being something which is stressful, it just adds on to that stress, and then you find yourself landing into a lot of emotional negative energy which can end up into being irritated, end up in being frustrated, and end up in being anger or hurt or sad. All these things are going to put your energy down or make you low on energy. Now that can mean that I am not paying attention to that emotion which is actually happening out there, but understand all the emotion and all the thought that you have in your head may not be given importance to. Something which can work for you is that which will keep you safe, secured, happy in a long run. And what is that one feeling all of us want to feel from our surrounding and want to give is love, happiness, peace, and harmony. All this is the feeling which we want to have in our life and give it to people. So hang on to that core feeling of yours. Wherever you go, wherever you are, vibrate in this higher energy zone, for which you need to keep yourself healthy also. You need to see what you're putting inside your body which is keeping those energies high, also what is you're putting in your mind and the way you're thinking. But that doesn't mean giving attention to every thought out there, but it definitely means not to give attention to every thought out there. So whether it is a negative or whether it is something which is enhancing you, you definitely want to put that thought more, but you have to understand that to for you to remain in a zone you wish to, you need to detach from the situation. You don't have to identify the reactions or the behavior of the people or the situation with you. It's not meant personal out there. It only means that this was a situation, this person behaved like this. Your friend did not ask you a glass of water when you actually went to his house, may not mean anything except for that friend was occupied with something else. So if we try to detach ourselves from a situation, see, you have to understand, if something happens like your child back answers you and you feel really hurt about it, but if it was somebody else's child, will you feel that? You might. But if it was somebody in the stranger, just you hold it and will you feel that? You might. But for some people, it will not feel anything, and for some people, it might. But your own child doing it becomes more intensified because it is attached to you as a person. You're identifying the situation with you. If you just think the person or the child, your child, or anybody's child getting angry is nothing to do with you. It is to do with the situation that person is dealing with. You can definitely interact with the person and communicate with them. How do you want to be treated? How do you want this relationship to be a stronger and a relationship which can secure each other? You can definitely have that conversation. But at that moment, rather than getting angry back or feeling hurt, these emotions are paralyzing you. So it's very important that for you to respond to the situation, it has to come way prior hand when you're dealing with small situation in your life. Like if this earphone is lying anywhere and I'm a very fastidious person, I may just get irritated by seeing it there. So I may take a choice of keeping it in a safe place where it is easy for me and it is accessible for me and it is not randomly lying anywhere. This choice I definitely can take. But if it is not done and if it is somebody else is doing it and I am getting irritated, that choice is definitely mine. I may become a person who is getting frustrated over small things out here and there, or I may choose to be a person who wants to remain clean and organized and would make the environment also same by inspiring them. So you understand this difference, that people don't listen to your advices, they get inspired by you. When you give them a listening ear, they do get inspired by you. So there is a lot of thing that goes in a relationship. I don't want to touch it right now here. What I would like to just for you to take home a message is response comes from a being who is more content, peaceful, harmonious, happy, and that state of our mind doesn't get affected by anything outside. That is an inner journey which all of us have to take by resolving whatever past we had, by resolving whatever anxiety we have of the future, and by focusing being here in the present and being yourself. If we just do this thing every day when we get up in the morning, and with every situation, smaller situation that you face in the life, then the bigger situation becomes easy because you have skilled yourself to be like this. You have learned yourself, or you have allowed your inner being to take over than whatever externally is disturbing you. And that's when I feel the real victory we have. Because the happiness doesn't come from an external thing. Even if it comes, like if I have today this money, this clothes, this is all temporary. What lasts for long is the way you are responding in your life to everything, to every relation, to every person out there, to every things out there, to every situation out there. The way you are and the way you become every day is what gives you a lasting happiness. Don't allow this to be disturbed or shaken by anything. The choice is your how you want to be, and nothing can take that away from you. Trust me on that and just live your life full of smiles. Thank you for being there and listening to me and allowing me to add value to your life. It gives me an immense pleasure when somebody out there gets benefited from what I have learned in my life. Thank you. See you again.